Hello, it's Dr. Elizabeth Alter. So, did you hear about Azelastine, the nasal spray, helping avoid COVID infection? I found this very interesting because I've always believed in irrigation of the nasal passages when it comes to avoidance of certain infections. So, when patients are concerned, whether it's allergies or if they're concerned about exposure, I always recommend that they rinse the nasal passages. And of course, being very careful with this because you shouldn't use tap water um, or or anything that may not be that may have contamination. So you want to usually use distilled water. Now, the Azelastine information. So Azelastine is a nasal spray that is an antihistamine. And when it came out, I'm not sure now, but when it first came out, it was quite expensive. And I'm sure that probably the antihistamine properties is part of what's helping with the infection. But I also wondered about the fact that it's in a way irrigating the nasal passages as well. I'm sure that they controlled for that in the study, although I wasn't able to really look at the study in detail. But just reading the headline as you may have. But I think it's a good idea as a routine especially during the cold and flu season, to irrigate the nasal passages. I always like saline nasal sprays as well. So let's say you do want to use Azelastine. I always tell patients to first irrigate with a saline nasal spray and then apply the Azelastine or whichever nasal spray you're considering, whether it's a steroid nasal spray that's now available over the counter. But in any case, also for allergies, it's very good because it helps irrigate the cilia or the hairs that are in the nasal passages that tend to trap the allergens and then cause the symptoms. But in general, it's a good idea. And now this study kind of shows that whether it's irrigation or the antihistamine effect. And remember, the natural antihistamines are what my favorite is quercetin, which is found in our Histonex, and it's a great mast cell stabilizer. So mast cells are the cells in our body that I call them the itchy, scratchy cells. So those are the cells that release the chemicals that make us sneeze, itchy eyes, and so on. So quercetin is good at stabilizing those cells so they don't release as much of those chemicals. Well, I hope this helps and have a healthy day.